Good morning and welcome to the vlog. Hi, my name's Jim from Whatnot Adventures. I hope you're having a good day. We certainly are here. Um, Today, we're in Lancaster, South Carolina, at the Andrew Jackson State Park. This park is on grounds that they believe Andrew Jackson, the seventh president of the United States, grew up here as a boy. And so I thought we would come here today, take a look, and see what we shall see. Why don't you come along with me? Right off from the parking lot, they've built this schoolhouse, a replica of schoolhouse in Lancaster. And it says school days in the wax halls. And the wax halls was an Indian tribe that was here. And after the Indians left, they just called this area the wax halls. It's part of North Carolina and South Carolina. But that's the schoolhouse. I don't think it's open yet today. Well, let's go up here and see what we can see. Kind of hard. I'm not sure if you're seeing anything. There's some school desks in there. Well, we'll come back around a little later. Maybe it'll be open. But there's a picnic shelter. And today it looks like it's reserved for a family gathering. That's pretty cool. And that's the parking lot over there. Man, it is a beautiful day. It's nice and breezy. It's not sweltering hot here. Just a nice day. All right, let's see what's up here. Well, it says office and museum.
Thank you. Yeah, I did
Hi.
recording. Hello.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, wow. This must be the little museum. The log cabin where Andrew Jackson was born in 1767 stood in the backcountry region of the Carolinas called the Waxhaws. That's pretty neat. Wow. Oh, they're working on a new exhibit here. There's a bust of Andrew Jackson, a man to remember. Andrew Jackson stands in American history as a figure larger than life, brave, self-reliant, strong-willed, and indomitable. There's a scar from a saber cut that Andrew Jackson received as a young boy during the Revolutionary War. It's still evident in this late portrait of the president. He's a tough guy. After the presidency, his service as president in early 1837, Andrew Jackson returned to his Nashville home. In 1804, he and Rachel bought property there, which included a group of log buildings. They named it the Hermitage. There, they lived until Jackson was elected president, and there, Rachel died in 1828 shortly before his move to the White House. By then, they had been occupying a federal-style brick house built for them on the property in 1821. And there's a portrait of Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson, I am given to understand, was a patriot and a traitor. He was one of the greatest of generals and wholly ignorant of the art of war. A writer brilliant, elegant, eloquent, without being able to compose a correct sentence or spell words of 4 syllables. A stickler for discipline, he never hesitated to disobey his superior. A democratic autocrat, an urbane savage, an atrocious saint. James Barton.
Here's some uniforms back in that time. Outfits.
A writer brilliant, elegant, eloquent, without being able to compose a correct sentence or spell words of 4 syllables. A stickler for discipline, he never hesitated to disobey his superior. A democratic autocrat.
Oh, look at this loom.
An urbane savage, an atrocious saint.
That's really nice. And the gift shop.
So let's do this one because we're pushing. Because we're pushing, we usually push here. Oh yeah.
Well, that museum was a nice little surprise. That little gift shop in the corner. Now let's come out here and take a look of what they have here on the grounds. All right, let's get a little closer here. This is a statue of Andrew Jackson as a young boy. There's some information up here. The Boy of the Waxhaw by Anna Hyatt Huntington. And I'll get a little closer if you want to pause and read that. There we go. Let's go up here and take a closer look at the statue. And that's something. That's pretty big. It's a lot of good detail. And we are back around the front. And we're going to follow this little path here. Looks like there's a couple of markers or monuments down here. Hmm. Elizabeth Hutchinson Jackson, mother of Andrew Jackson, 7th President of the United States, was born 1737 in, oh boy, Carrickfergus County, Antrim, Ireland. A daughter of Francis Cyrus Hobart Hutchinson and Margaret Lissell Hutchinson, linen weavers and drapers. And it goes on. I'll get in a little bit closer there if you want to pause and try to read that. Okay. We have another marker down here. I was born in South Carolina, as I have been told, at the plantation whereon James Crawford lived, about 1 mile from the Carolina Road of the Waxhaw Creek. Andrew Jackson to J. H. Witherspoon, August 11, 1824. Jackson said in his last will and testament that he was a native of South Carolina. This stone stands upon the plantation whereon James Crawford lived, near the site of the dwelling house, according to the Mills map of 1820. Huh. Okay. Kind of give you an overview of this open area. That brown building there is the office in the museum. And we just, back in those trees is the schoolhouse. And I think there's a chapel around this corner here. Yes, well, it's called a meeting hall. And I believe they're going to be having an event here. Maybe a baby shower. It says hello baby on the balloons. I don't want to disturb them. But isn't that nice? And right next to the meeting hall is this 1 mile trail. And it does indicate that it's ADA accessible. It's 1 mile. Let's go see what we shall see, huh? I'll cut in up here a little bit. Well, I think I made a mistake. That sign that had ramp, I believe it's really that ramp there to get into the back of the meeting hall. So I apologize. But so far, so good. This seems to be a nice level trail. I absolutely love being in the woods. Let's see what we got up here. It says nature trail to the right. I think this makes a loop. So we'll check it out and see. Let's take a look at this. That's a better idea, the layout of the state park. There's the office information. And they got the South Carolina State Park rules and regulations. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a walk on this nature trail. Who knows what we're going to find? Well, now we're starting to go downhill. But it's not too bad. Probably if I was a little younger, I'd be going a little bit faster. But you know, slow and steady, especially when I'm out here by myself. All right, I'm going to cut in up here in a little bit. Well, if you've made it this far with me, we're doing good. Going down that hill was a trip. It was a little bit longer than I thought. I've never been on this trail, so we're finding out together what this nature trail is all about. So I hope you're enjoying this. It's pretty back here. It's quiet. Hear the birds chirping. They're happy. Really shady back here, even though it's a sunny day. It's nice. You know there's a change in elevation when they put in some steps for you out here in the woods. I'm sure glad they did that. Oh. Whew. Nice. Now let's keep moving. All right. Let's see what we got here. From my understanding, this is like a Boy Scout camp area here off the trail. That's pretty neat. Let's go walk in here and get a little better view. Well, that's kind of neat. Put in some seating. And a campfire. A couple of picnic tables. It's probably a big bench there to put the food out for the scouts. Another campfire. Now, who knew this would be clear out here in the woods, huh? You got to get out there and explore. You just don't know what you'll find. All right, we're back on the trail. I think this is a pretty section of the trail right here. It's wide, it's shaded, but it's bright. It's quiet. Really, really nice back here. Well, we're still moving. I'm still enjoying this walk. I met one gentleman going the other direction. He was talking about being here and coming out. For 6 years, he enjoys this park so much. Told me that since this was my first visit, me being out here on the trail, I'm probably one of the few people that come and actually go out and explore like this. And that made me feel good. You know, I do like to go out and explore. Get away from the parking lot, the gift shop. The museums are nice. Don't get me wrong. But it is nice to be out and explore the woods and just enjoy the quiet and the serenity of the place. That gentleman that I had mentioned meeting here on the trail told me I would run into a bench or two like this that somebody did and put out. Isn't that pretty? Here it is out in the middle of the park in the woods. I want to sit down for a second. That's pretty nice. It comes in handy. Oh, it is really nice out here. I'm enjoying this immensely. Wow. The parts I don't show are the parts that are a little rough going up and down. Oh, here's that second bench that guy was talking about. That was really nice that someone was that thoughtful to come out here and put a couple of benches out. So the guy that I was talking to on the trail, he told me that up here, the trail will come to a road. And if I turn left and go down the road a little bit, I'll connect back up to the beginning of the trail. That's real close to that meeting hall that I showed you earlier in the video. So let's see. Looks like we're coming out to the road now. Yep. All right, across the street there's a little diamond. It's got an arrow to the left. Well, all in all, I'd say that was a pretty good trail. I had my moments going up and down, but heck, I'm an older guy. I gotta take it a little easy. Oh, and here's the next sign turning back into the woods to the right. That's pretty cool. All right, still moving on. All right, looks like we made the loop. We were coming back where we started from. It's pretty neat. And there on the right is the meeting house. So we did it. We walked a 1 mile nature trail. Can't talk. All right, we got done with the trail and I walked back over to the other side of the parking lot, and they have an amphitheater here in the woods. Let's go take a look. Well, isn't this something? They must have events here. So down there's the stage, and here's all the seating. That's really nice. Well, that was our visit today at the Andrew Jackson State Park. I hope you enjoyed our visit. Got to walk around the grounds a little bit, take that 1 mile nature trail, see some things that we didn't think we were going to see, like the Boy Scout encampment, those really nice wooden benches that somebody placed on the trail. You just never know when you get out there and explore. Well, folks, it's your turn for you to go out and explore this, that, and the other, the whatnots in your life. And until next time, take care, be safe, bye.